Friday, we have a very, very big game in its own way. South Africa against Italy.
Yeah.
Listen, Italy have been good.
Italy have been good.
Let's not sugarcoat that. They have been good.
And conversely, South Africa lost that game to the All Blacks. So this is a game they can't afford to lose.
Of course,
Yeah. So there's it's knockout rugby, effectively.
Totally. And it's in Shizuoka as well.
Yeah, gonna be hot.
Like they're both more used to the heat than the pasty Irishmen.
The Irish, the Italians and the Springboks would be a better place.
The Springboks haven't struggled an ounce with the conditions so far. Although very sad news in the week that Jesse Creel has gone home with an injury. And while we were and are big proponents of the Canyo Am factor, there's no question that Creel made a big impact off the bench against the All Blacks and will be missed.
Definitely.
Damian Willems has been called up, but he won't feature in this game.
No, nor will he feature in the centre. I would imagine he's covering something else, which is an interesting call.
I think it is. I think it's more Rozzy getting things right and thinking, maybe another option to Villy is what I do with my extra back here.
Yes,
I think he's dead right.
100%.
Yeah. So anyway, this game against Italy, it's for Italy. It's
ref by Wayne Barnes as well. Sorry, we have to say that because I think it'll benefit the Springboks.
Yeah, it's just a guy who appreciates the scrum and the breakdown a little better than most. So absolutely, that's a good call. For Italy, it's obviously a massive cup final. I think a lot of it will be coloured by what they can do with their offense and whether their back row can match or even get some plays off against the Springboks, because their back row is great. It has been nothing but great. Negri, Pelledri and Steyn. You would imagine for this game Parise is going to be on the bench. I would hope so, which is something clever that Japan did with Michael Leach, which was the right call. And then he came on and he was bullish and he was talismanic, and he's a better operator than modern day Parise is as well. True, but what we've been screaming for is like their form back row was the one that started against Uruguay in the game just gone. Like you said, Negri, Pelledri and Steyn, they're winning contacts. They're very technical players. Like Pelledri had a couple of world class breaks, albeit against somewhat of traffic cones at that stage in the Canada game or Namibia game, was it? Which one, sorry? Italy just played Canada. That's right. Yes, that's why there was no pillars at all to let Pelledri through. But also Negri throwing a lovely pass off his right hand for one of the tries. Lovely, like 30-yard skip pass from a back row forward is exactly what you want those ballers doing. But I can't cite a expat South African facing the Springboks who's had a good game. I can recall CJ Standard getting himself red carded against the Springboks. I can recall a few other instances of Springbok players who play for other teams kind of getting bullied as soon as they come across the Springbok pack. There's always a chip on the shoulder. I remember Paul Willems for France having a rough day against them at one point as well. That is a factor. Bramstein, are we going to see him go backwards for the first time? I mean, there's no question that Bramstein grew up dreaming of being a Springbok and isn't one. Negri's also actually Zimbabwe via there's every chance Negri grew up dreaming of being a Springbok, and neither of them, they're both great players, but neither of them quite made that, and now they're up against the Boks, and that does do something to us South African. It really does. And so there is that factor as well. I mean, you can't write off just how good the Springboks are. They've actually named a pretty quality outfit to take them on as well, which is right and proper, to be honest. There's no game, but you can't afford to have a capitulation in it, and I doubt they will. Etzebeth and inform and hungry Lou Diager, who looked good against Namibia, Vermeulen, Peter Steff, Khaleesi, Fat van Pollard. I mean, it's all quality, all class. Delindi and Mapimpi, Colby, Villy. It's their full team. It is. Minus Stephen Kitsoff and Franco Mustard. It is their full team. And Malcolm Marks as well. Bongi is in. But they're all in good form. All the replacements are in great form. You have to think that the Springboks have the edge in the scrum, in the line out, in the maul, in all of the tight contacts. Their defence, Cheslin Colby out wide, their defence versus the Italian offence, their offence versus the miserable Italian defence. The Italian defence that hasn't been truly tested by these first opening fixtures. Now the Springboks haven't quite got their offence entirely right yet, but I think this could be the game where it could click either. They'd definitely be one for confidence. From Italy's perspective, they've got to play a quick game. They do have to get their back row forwards. Maybe their rangy back row forwards in the wide channels wouldn't be the worst thing. The other thing is they haven't named their team yet. They probably will have by the time you see this. But I would love to see Carlo Canna at 10 and Tommy Allen at 12. It's something we haven't quite seen yet. Just mix it up. Loads of kicking in behind the box. If their wingers shoot up, over their heads, play for contestables, just completely mix up the kicking game and limit the number of vicious South African contexts that you have to deal with.
There will be a few though.
There will be a few.
Yeah.
No, this is going to be a South African win, folks. I mean, it is a big game for Italy, but the South Africans are great.
Huge, and they have a chance. There is a chance. Slim.
They beat them in the cycle, but it wasn't the real Boks.
No,
it was Alistair Coetzee.
But it is like Conor O'Shea has teed up 2 massive cup finals for himself back to back with an outside chance of getting into a quarter final. So I expect them to throw everything at it. Yeah, and I hope those first 20 minutes are frenetic and frenzied and mad, and then I expect 1 or 2 Springboks tries to break the back of the game. And
they look a little less rattleable, the Boks, than they used to. Even like they're more assured. They know what they're doing, and a la Japan going 12-3 down against Ireland. Even if Italy get that fast start, I just can't envisage this Boks side imploding. They're just too structured. They know what they're doing, and they're too dominant. They'll just be fine.
I think so. So what are you giving a spread or anything? I don't know.
Spread, I don't know.
20
lots
to not as many.
5 points to 0 to the Boks in terms of the pool. Not a 5-0
a 5-0 game.
No, 4 tries to the Boks. At least, and a win for them.
You would imagine so. So I'll be hoping Italy get some plays. I'd love to see this be a contest. I'd love to see them maybe shake, maybe rattle the Boks for a little while. That'd be fun.
Show a little bit of all those gains you've made, that they can maybe mean something, but they maybe just haven't quite reached this level yet.
Maybe not.
Is my suspicion.
Thank you very much for watching that video. Please like and subscribe for all our new Rugby World Cup content, and please leave a comment down below as well, because we enjoy hearing your thoughts on it. Thanks.